Almost every institution talks about sustainability to the point that it's become almost a cliche. And yet, it's still important that it is addressed as an essential organizing principle for how we plan for the future and how we develop policies. The Leadership Institute for Ecology and the Economy has largely been responsible for bringing this concept into the public dialogue and making it an essential ingredient of everything that we plan for the future.
Our core program is our 10-month Leadership for a Sustainable Future class. Since 2000, we've graduated over 400 local leaders from this amazing program. Over 30% of our fellows have been or are currently serving in some form of elected or appointed office, and many other fellows go on to take leadership roles in nonprofit organizations and local businesses. As with all educational organizations, we have to measure the success of our programs by what our graduates go on to do. What do they do when they leave the Institute? How well did we prepare them to implement policies and practices in local business, government, and other organizations that will lead to a more sustainable community?
Yeah, I think our immigration work has, we've minimized deportations by over 50% here in Sonoma County. First, we got the sheriff to accept matricular IDs, Mexican matricular IDs, as a valid form of identification, and that really began the process of minimizing deportations. And then we worked with law enforcement to pass the Trust Act locally, which is a statewide legislation that also minimizes deportations, and those were long campaigns that took a lot of people and a lot of actions and a lot of research in order to create, but the results have been pretty wonderful. So I'm a graduate of the Leadership Institute, and I think I was younger when I was a student, and I think it helped me. I think I was naive at the time, and I didn't understand public policy or how policy was made, so I think being part of the Institute helped me develop a better understanding for what policy looks like, how policy is made, and then also I think doing field trips and meeting with people in class also helped me develop an idea for what policy looks like when it's implemented, you know, because politics becomes practice, and somehow when we get to put our hands on what that practice looks like, what's the result of policy, I think it's also pretty important for us to see that, and so we were able to do that as a student.
I frequently meet people in the community, especially young people who are eager to become an elected, and I refer them to the Leadership Institute. They can get a little bit of everything on government, public planning, policies, natural resources, social equity, transportation, and to really understand how government works for them, how the community and government and education and business can work together. It would be my recommendation for any political leader currently, or especially those leaders of the future, that they consider enrolling in the Leadership Institute. It will mean so much to their lives moving forward.
Our graduates, fellows of the Leadership Institute, take what they've learned in the program, and more importantly, the connections that they've made with other change makers, to go out and implement new policies and practices in local government, business, and other organizations.
Ag Innovations Network is a nonprofit organization based here in Sebastopol, California, that's dedicated to building a sustainable food system here in Sonoma County, in the state of California, and around the world. We work by bringing leaders together to solve the toughest problems facing us in food and farming. A lot of what we work on was influenced greatly by my experience working at the Leadership Institute and the experiences I had there. The comprehensive and in-depth look at the issues of economy and ecology and sustainability as it faces creating the communities of the future that we want. I have met some incredible people who have gone on to hold important positions in the political sphere, in business, in my community, all of whom I've come to deeply appreciate and respect.
Blue Barrel is a resource for do-it-yourself rainwater harvesters, and we provide kits and installed services for people to build their own code-compliant rainwater catchment systems using recycled barrels. Through my fellowship class and also through the greater network, I found not only clients, I found some of my very first clients who installed rainwater catchment systems, a workshop host, I found a barrel supplier, an advisory committee member. As a fellow, you participate in an independent project with a group, and I was able to choose a project. Folks have the option to either sort of lead and initiate a project or join a group that's already doing something, and I chose to do policy research locally on what cities were doing to incentivize rainwater harvesting. And I had a couple of project partners from my class who were interested in the same topic, so together we did that project. And you know, it's a really great way to meet people who are active in the community, who are doing things related to the environment and the economy and generally sustainably minded people.
After becoming a mom and getting out of touch with the world for a while, I decided to get involved with the community. And as part of being a mom, that was one of the things that I felt is that more than ever, I really wanted to make a difference in this world. So I joined the Leadership Institute. I took the course, and it opened a lot of doors for me. It also gave me a lot of knowledge about the issues and the people that work in the county to promote changes.
I came across the Leadership Institute for Ecology and Economy program, and I joined it. And while I had been learning a lot and teaching a lot about sustainability, being able to connect with and be exposed to staff and elected officials from local municipalities really helped me understand better, one, just to build relationships with these folks, and better understand that intersection of sustainability and how local government works. We now partner with multiple municipalities, the water agency, and we've been able to affect significant change through water conservation education and action programs. Nearly every single meeting and presentation and event and alliance gathering that I go to, there are Leadership Institute fellows, and they're either heavily engaged or they're often holding the space or leading the charge. It's the community. The Leadership Institute has built this incredible and vibrant community of change makers.
I specifically was interested in issues of social services, the environment, and equity in general. So the Leadership Institute, after looking at their program, offered all of the things that I needed. We have been longtime supporters of the Leadership Institute. At Community Foundation, we believe in the power of connecting people, ideas, and resources to improve the lives of those who live here. The Leadership Institute is always at the top of my list of recommendations to our donors, simply because I believe in the work that they're doing.
Our fellows inspire each other in the community at large. They give us hope that we're making progress towards a better future for all. Won't you or someone you know join us for our next Leadership for a Sustainable Future class? And your donation today will help us continue this amazing program into the future.